Hi everyone, welcome to the OpenBlender demo. Let's start with what we'll do. We'll browse through the Kaggle Walmart sales dataset. They uploaded for sales forecasting on a public competition in Kaggle, and the objective is to forecast the sales with a minimum error with machine learning. What we'll do in OpenBlender is we'll blend external data such as US workdays or the Dow Jones index or the oil price or the gold price. What we'll do next is we'll vectorize some business news and we'll blend those also to the Walmart dataset. So this is the Walmart dataset. This is a timestamp column and these are the weekly sales. So let's just upload them through the OpenBlender front end very quickly. So what this does is it profiles the features. In this case there are only two, timestamp and weekly sales. It looks for categorical or numerical features, also open text, and most importantly timestamped or location, because that's what it uses to blend the ASCII. So let's just save it. Great, so now we have the data set with just two variables. Here's the time span for all of the data. So normally we would want to test and train with a target feature. In this case we only have these two, so we'll just look for other features. So we can select to blend by observations. This would mean that our anchor dataset, the Walmart dataset, will remain intact, or we can set anchor key as time interval, so we can set, say, 12 hours. So what this does is it aggregates the data in a 12-hour observations, and it imputes the empty intervals if there are such. So now let's look for the US workdays. This is a data set with all the federal workdays, and let's take a look at the preview to understand. So this is our original data set, timestamp and weekly sales, but now we have the additional features of if US federal workdays is festive or if it's weekend or a combination of both. This can give us a clue on the sales prediction. This can help us forecast. Let's just add some more data like the Dow Jones. Okay, so let's just blend the Dow Jones. So now we have both data blended. Let's find the oil price, crude oil price. So this is a data set of a daily oil price, and let's just find the gold price. Great, so now let's apply that. So if we look at the preview, we have a very enhanced data set with our original data and a lot of new features. The Dow Jones change, high, low, open, or the crude oil price or gold price over here. So we have the same data set but with a lot of new columns from which we can create models to perform predictions. So now we can go to the pool data API, and we just have to copy the code here if we want to download it to a Python data frame or to an R data frame. So let's just copy the Python data frame. All we have to do is paste it and run it. We have to confirm the processing units we're going to use, and then it downloads, and we now have a very big data set with our original data and all the other columns. But this is just the start of it, so let's go to the interesting part. Now we want to look for business news and get those to help our model out. But first we have to convert all the news to numbers. So this is where the interesting part begins. Let's just look at the CNN business news, for instance. We have a data set with all the daily news headlines and titles. We want these to be converted into numerical values. So what we'll do is we'll create a text vectorizer. We will also again look for business news. Let's just add the Business Insider Finance headlines and title. We have to select the columns from which text is going to be extracted, but we can select several of them. We can get the CNN news headlines also, the title and headline, but we could also go in a direction and go to the Trump Twitter's account and add the tweets as sources as well. So let's just create the vectorizer, name it Walmart Business Vectorizer. We'll select the range from minimum 1 to maximum 2 words. We'll explain that later. Language is English. We want to remove the stop words. The minimum count limit is 2. Let's just leave these parameters as they are and create the vectorizer. we have all the most frequent n-grams, and what this does is it creates a very big table with roughly 5,000 numerical columns with the tokens. The tokens are words or groups of words, n-grams, which are turned on if that n-gram is mentioned in the text of the news. So, for instance, here Mexico is turned on, and this text has Mexico on it. So now we have the news in a numerical format. So now let's blend that to our Walmart data set. I'll just go to my dashboard. Okay, so here it is. So I'll just go ahead and blend data. I'll I'll just select the default time aggregation, and I'll browse through my own data. Great, here it is, the business Walmart text vectorizer, and we'll just apply. And so now we will have a very big data set. Let's just go ahead and download it and run the code. Great, so now we have the complete data set downloaded. So we have a lot of features with the tokens, the prefix of the ID of the data of the vectorizer, and blended to our weekly sales. So it is all numerical, ready to be plugged into any machine learning or AI model or whatever.